If you're angry about what's going on, if there's anything. So how'd you get it out of the office?
Let's go. Something told me it was over. I think you heard. Now it was so sad, cry, you let me go cry. You away from me now. Ooh, love you so much. When I'm feeling, baby. Just a and you warm embrace. Let's go. Lips started. Baby, 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 I got the blind boy. Let's go, Beyonce. Be, let's go. Baby, 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 I got the blind boy. Baby, 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 I got the blind boy. Baby. Shout out to my daughter now.
nigga, then stand up. West End, ITMG, throw your hands up. Zone 1, Zone 5th Street, niggas stand up. DP, Moline, niggas put your L's up, L's up. Level up, gotta keep my bands up. And my pocket so heavy, I can't keep my pants up now. Maniac, high check the scene. And tell
Shout out
the
to my
niggas
daughter.
turn the fans up now. I originated from the Myrtlewood West Suburbs, 708 Usher, right? Where we sell loose sweats, blows, and knickknacks, and pop pistols with no kickback. My daddy on his bread, I'm gonna keep my bread up, cause he got more birds flying around than Affleck. Phone drinking hard state and Q lick after lick. Phone calls like APAC. 03, my mama hopped out the game, so y'all know she had to fall back. So we immigrated to the QC, Lincoln Homes, Fifth Ave. First time out the city, and you know what bitch was iffy, I can make it. Be back at it and Miss Angie back, and we killing shit. Fred versus Jason and these bitches hate. Here's an invitation, man. These niggas fake, so invitations say fuck these niggas. Turn the QC, nigga, then stand up. West End, ITMG, niggas stand up. DP, Moline, niggas put your L's up, L's up. Laughing loud, gotta keep my bands up. And my pocket so heavy, I can't keep my pants up now. Maniac, high check the scene. And tell them other niggas that can turn the fans up.
If you wanna see stand up, hands up, stand up, hands up. They call me because they know I am a block rocker. They call me, let's go.
We gon' get loud, and we gon'
And we
get
go get
live. If you don't fuck with Nancy, voting at 7 in the morning. So if Mr. Cliff shut us down, let's get the basement going. Our TMG the main squad, so you ain't fucking with us. And West End them showstoppers, them go-getters. So you gon' feel us either other way, everybody knows. And if y'all quiet down, hit the stove before it close. That's the fucking thing. I know you hear my fucking team. They calling me cause they knock rocker. They calling us cause they know that we some hard setters. We the ones that you see jumping mid-crowd. Our TMG and Weston, let's get it live and loud.
Let's get it live and loud.
Let's get it live and loud. Our TMG and Weston, let's get it live and loud. Let's get it live and loud. Let's get it live and loud. Our TMG and Weston, let's get it live and loud.
We live on 7th Street, we loud on 11th Street. Fuck it, we in the basement, you ain't even gotta bring it. Yeah, Big Mook up in the party, eating Krispy Kremes, rolling up a swish of sweet, pop a jig and I'm gone, G. Me in the Weston going ham, fifth after fifth, blowing on some fruity pip. Bitches saying I'm the shit. I'm a block record, shut shit down. Best believe, you know me, I'm from the fucking rock town. I'ma show you how to move, I'ma show you how to party. Fuck it, we live and loud, so I stay getting retarded. Hey, we loud,
We live.
2 times. My shirt off in the party, so I'm live, motherfucker. Hey,
they calling me cause they know I am a block rocker. They calling us cause they know that we some hard setters. We the ones that you see jumping mid-crowd. Our TMG and Weston, let's get it live and loud. Let's get it live and loud. Let's get it live and loud. Our TMG and Weston, let's get it live and loud. Let's get it live and loud. Let's get it live and loud. Our TMG and Weston, let's get it live and loud.
we the ones that make the party jump, cause we live and loud. Before you try to test us, bitch, you better check them riders out. And if you brought your bitch, then you better not let her wander around. End up in the wrong crowd, she be passing dome out. Couple shots of Henny or some Remy on the goose chase. Couple niggas, couple bitches mixing, they get loose with it. Started on the West End and end up in the basement with it. Smoking on some loud, yeah, the loud. Ain't no Reggie, nigga, the RTMG and West End, we act a donkey with it. Better not start no shit, 40 on the hip, who want a nigga? Cause we live and loud. Cause we live and loud.
Let's go.
RTMG and West End, we turn the party out.
They
They calling me because they know I am a block rocker. Let's go.
cause they know that we some hard setters. We the ones that you see jumping mid-crowd. Our TMG and Weston, let's get it live and loud. Let's get it live and loud. Let's get it live and loud. Our TMG and Weston, let's get it live and loud. Let's get it live and loud. Let's get it live and loud. Our TMG and Weston, let's get it live and
Time
loud.
to my daughter.
At the West End, marvelous mommy. Don't get it twisted, cause I'm smart, but what I'm busting ain't tiny. On the grind, next hater, take a number, step in line. You broke ass bitches gotta work in 18 because I'm busting shit independently. Book smart and street smart, this shit is academically. These hoes think they slick, but I'ma crack the gimmick. G, this shit give me butterflies. Knowing hoes envy me. Maniac McGee, and I say it loud and proud. West End, our TMG, and then we getting live and loud. Sitting on my feet, putting these niggas in the ground. Half killer, half beat, you only find them in the cloud.
They calling me cause they know I am a block rocker. They calling us cause they know that we some hard setters. We the ones that you see jumping mid-crowd. Our TMG and Weston, let's get it live and loud. Let's get it live and loud. Let's get it live and loud. Our TMG and Weston, let's get it live and loud. Let's get it live and loud.
houses. It's on the back seat in the car. On the driver's seat, I've been in my car since December.
Okay.
Stamps. I keep stamps in the glove boxes. Had to mail anything out, like bills and stuff.
Okay, in your glove box.
The glove box.
All right. I don't think if I have anything else. Photograph everything.
Shout out to my daughter. Sticking that eye to the street. What's up? Let's go.
yeah. See, I grew up in the hood around the drug dealers. Why these niggas? Oh, why these niggas think they hard on the block? It's because they always show and tell them pop. See through the eyes of the street. See, I grew up in the hood around the drug dealers. Raised my mama in the street avoiding fake niggas. Why these niggas? Oh, why these niggas think they hot on the block? Just because they got a block. We asking questions to the one that say they think they real. They say they ride or die. And they say they born to kill. And they don't give a care how another nigga feel. Cause they gon' tell you the real way. Yo, they gon' tell you the deal way. Yo, I feel that way sometimes. On the grind, making mine a little dime all the time. And I shine, niggas blunt. And you can tell through a fake nigga. You can see a grimy nigga. Cause they hide behind the trigger from the murder wood. I was raised in very different way. Stay on the block every second of the day. Hey yo, this from the eyes of the streets. See through the eyes of the streets. I grew up in the hood around the drug dealers. Raised by my mama in the street avoiding fake niggas. Why these niggas? Oh, why these niggas think they hard on the block? But they show and tell and never pop. And I'm a witness of this thing around this cocaine. And these fiends full of dreams start off by smoking creams. But may they life beam on all bad things that remain in this game. See, it's the same thing and it's the change game. Y'all know I'm making the brother and letting the trigger go
Real smoke, real.
We on the block with rock, weed, and blow. Staying on our tippy toes is what I'm supposed to do. The game never end. It just begins. It just started. See, I'm so down to earth. And I'm so cold-hearted. I'm a 60 man. I say,
I'm
yeah,
standing over the snow bucket.
watch over your shoulder. I can show you I can make your body colder and colder. Yo, I'm a little girl, but I can get bolder and bolder. Hey yo, this from the eyes of the streets. See through the eyes of the streets. I grew up in the hood around the drug dealers. Raised by my mama in the street avoiding fake niggas. Why these niggas? Oh, why these niggas think they hard on the block? Just because they got a Glock that they show and tell and never pop.
Let's go.
Bottom, then I bust up. Short and stout
Short
like
stuff.
a teacup.
Teacup. Let's go, fucking.
Like I need love like Cool J. I'm hacks on the dude say they hate on me, I give them leeway. See, I don't give a damn what he say. Cause can't nobody stop me when there's money on my man. And I let them all hate because they do it all the time. They the fuel to my fire when there's money on my mind. The pen to my pet, they got me writing all the time. They keep me on my feet, it's not the grind. All this money on my mind. I'm starving, I gotta eat. I got money on my mind. All money on my mind. Money on my mind. I'm starving, I gotta eat. I got money on my mind. All this money on my mind. It's maniac McGee and I got money on my mind. See, on that grown shit, I got the drip drop. See, I been hot like a crock pot since double dutch and pop rocks turn top notch from the sandbox. I stand out, no handout. Won't he bring a fan out? And it's no land down from the 1-6 route. Ain't changed up since I was turn a nigga bitch like he pop. They ain't made for this, it ain't install. I'm a hard drive and that's real straight. I'm a black woman that's good pride from my shit. My own. My race and my government. See, they hate me and they motivate me like a longer story from my older lady. I'm a 90s baby. That's big fat. From white ones with no strap, with foster water with straight tap. Jada Kiss was real rap. Y'all got money on my man. My babies, they eat, you know I stay up on the grind. Cause can't nobody stop me when there's money on my mom. Hate because they do this all into the fuel to my vibe when there's money on my mind. Depend to my pad, they got me writing on. They keep me on my feet. Need that motivation when there's money on my mind. I got money on my mind. All this money on my mind. I'm starving, I gotta eat. I got money on my. All this money on my mind. It's maniac McGee and I got money on my mind. All this money on my mind. I'm starving, I gotta eat. I got money on my mind. Money.
Come on, Buffy, after this. Oh.
Let these hoes be on kitty shit. I'd rather be on my style, that's my period. Delivery, see, I'm an empress with a temperament. See, they don't want them bottles cause I turn it to an incident. Don't let the heaviness fool you, I like to get intimate and pretty, sis. I'm a hood, it's a ditty, bitch. I'm my bossy and my pretty house a ditty. Real thick nails, did itty bitty. These bitches hating, but I'm still getting pretty, sis. I'm a hood, it's a ditty, bitch. I'm my bossy and my pretty house a real thick nails, ditty bitty bitch. Bitches hating, but I'm still sitting pretty. I'm sitting pretty, 150s. Mrs. Maniac, I got these bitches on they feelings. Apple headed hoes, I keep an Android like I'm Krillin. See my hubby to the right and while he begging, I be stealing. Just bothered that I'm chilling, stacking. Try to today listen, making money on this mission. Tried to tell me it's a
my baby girl, my daughter.
An hour from a minute. Wayne told me ain't no ceiling. I'm sitting pretty, sis.
I'm a hood, it's a ditty, bitch. Let's
go. My pretty house a ditty. Real thick nails, did itty bitty bitch. Bitches hating, but I'm still sitting pretty, sis. I'm a hood, it's a ditty, bitch.
Let's
I'm
go.
my bossy and my pretty house a ditty. Real thick nails, did itty bitty bitches hating, but I'm
And pow.
I'm sitting pretty, sis. And I'm still sitting, sis. Now I'm still sitting pretty, sis.
Come on now. Hey Brenda, with your beautiful self. What's going down? Today is the high heel challenge. I'm so ready to just look at it. I haven't worn heels and man, I ain't think I even wore in least about 5 years. And what's so crazy about it, she wear all my heels, and we don't even have the same size shoe. Like I wear a 7.5. I want to say 7.5 to an 8.5. Because you know, the shoe and I'm a big girl. It is what it is. So I used to buy these. She was like, buy these heels. She was like, Mom, I want to wear this. I want to wear that. And like literally, I never understood that. But it is what it is. You feel me? Oh, y'all. Sorry. Shout out to I love my daughter. She been rapping ever since she was 7 years old. Like, and she's 33. So shout out to my daughter. She's mad at me right now, but she'll be all right. You feel me? She stay in Minnesota, and I'm out here in Washington with her other siblings. But I always promote my daughter's music. I love my daughter's music. Been loving it, like I said, ever since the age of 7. I thought, like literally, I didn't know she was secretly writing rhymes since she was 7. But I thought she started at 9. But she was like, Mom, no. Woo. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Let's see what Steve.
You cannot expect a woman to be everything you want her to be if you are not being everything she needs you to be. It's not just about what you're giving. If you want your lady to be your comfort, your peace, your supporter, you got to show up security, her protector. A woman needs to feel valued, cherished, and respected. She needs to know that you're there for her through thick and thin. When she looks at you, she should see a man who is dependable, a man who listens, a man who's her dreams just as much as his own. Love is an action word. It's not just what you say.
Oh shit! I ain't mean to. Oh my.
Someone who really loves you is going to do these text, call, or see. Number 2, you're going to be the first person they miss when they wake up every morning, but because they care. Number 4, no matter how busy they are, they'll always make time for you. Number 5, they'll surprise you with little gifts, even when it's a special occasion. Just smile. Number 6, they'll pay attention to the details about you, like your favorite snacks or how you like your coffee. They'll support your dreams and push you to be the best of yourself. Number 8, when you're upset, they'll do everything they can to cheer you up or simply be there to listen. Number 9, they'll be proud to show you off and introduce you to the people they care about. Number 10, those, because real love is unconditional. Someone who really loves you is going to do these 10 things. Number 1.
And it's crazy. Like, I don't have a significant other, but a lot of that stuff is embedded in me. Like, at work, right? I've been working at my job going on 9 years in August, God willing, this year, right? And like the people I've been working with for years, like I know I'm a empath. So uh when they come to work and they're not, I'll be like, hey, da 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 da. And if I see them come, I can feel their energy. And I'd be like, I ain't gonna lie, like I try to make them laugh as much as they can. And I'm talking about the people who relieve me uh from work. And because we have a pandemic, I worked. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have a choice, but I chose to work. But in the meantime, between time, you know what I'm saying, the job I do, somebody got to be there. Believe me, I love her. Like she's been working there a whole year after me. I trained her and everything. One day she came in, and I know her, and she's an older woman. We're almost 20 years apart. No, I'm sorry. Let me take that back. We are. I know we 10, 11, 12. We 13 years apart. But you know what I'm saying? I know her energy. And when she come in, I'll be like, what's going on? She'll tell me, you know what I'm saying? Like nothing is worse. Like my grandma always tell me, nothing is worse than what you was going through. You feel me? Or my grandma used to say, hold on. My grandma used to say, you people that has it worse than you do. So I do believe in that. So.
When a woman stops getting jealous, stops questioning, doesn't text first, seems unconcerned about your actions with other women in your life, and accepts everything with an "it's okay" or "I'm not upset," just know that the last tear has dropped and she no longer cares what happens. A woman does not make noise when she's leaving you. She made noise before when she wanted to stay, but you didn't listen. When her silence speaks louder than her words, understand it's not because she's calm, it's because she's done. She's tired of fighting for someone who's more valuable than her pain. She chose herself. And that's when you realize the quiet departure of a woman who once loved you fiercely. The brutal reality is, you didn't lose her when she walked away. You started treating her like she was just
and she no longer cares what happens. A woman does not make noise when she's leaving you. You didn't listen. Her words speak louder than her words. And it's not because she's calm, it's because she's done. She's tired of fighting for someone who made her feel like she wasn't worth the effort. She gave her all, but when her peace became more valuable than her pain, she chose herself. And that's when you realize the quiet departure of a woman who once loved you fiercely. The brutal reality is, you didn't lose her when she walked away. It was not working.
All right. I'm gonna play this twice too. Like I like that really define who I am. You feel me as a woman and as a person. Um, excuse me. I'm sitting here smoking weed. Hold on. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play. Really. My life that way. I don't know what the heck is going on. Like as soon as I'm looking for something. Okay, I'm gonna go back here real quick. I look for. Matter of fact, no, I'm not gonna do that. Where is it? I just had it up here. Excuse me. Oh, it's making me mad. Hold on, y'all. Play this first.
Yes, there was good longer than just it lasted 6 seconds. No five. Because oxytocin gets secreted within 20 seconds or 6 seconds. The oxytocin. And that creates
I'm mad because I'm looking for a particular saying. I can't find it. A bit. I know that I can count on you. And when it's not supposed to and then like I grew up on New Edition. I grew up on the vinyl. I didn't like it's crazy because like how it went to vinyl to CDs. I mean, I'm sorry, vinyl, yeah, vinyl to CD. It's crazy because like the CDs ain't been out longer than the cassettes or even the A-track. The A-track came out first, right? And it's crazy that uh we went to CDs so fast and then iPods came out like 10 years, I want to say almost 10 years later. I'm not mistaken. I'm getting mad because I cannot find it. That's one of my favorite sayings. Cause I feel that way too. Hold on, where's she at? I'm gonna find her. Ooh, let's see. Oh no. Mm-mm. Crazy. I just was playing it last weekend about live, and I don't understand. I can't find it all of a sudden. Back. Yep. And I have to agree with that. And you know what I'm saying? Let me piggyback off that saying. I understand that, but us as women, we supposed to uplift our men to make them where they need to be, or vice versa. We all supposed to be compatible. And I ain't saying we gotta like everything the other person like. I mean, sometimes the opposite attract. But in the meantime, between time, y'all have that understanding. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just mad I can't find it because it's like one of my favorite sayings. I can't find it. I don't know. It was on here. That's what pisses me off. And I know it's not this, I don't think. Yeah, I want to hear that. Um, I don't know what happened to it. It's making me so bad because let me see. So it's this female. I put it on my live last weekend. She was like, I broke my own damn heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's true. We break our own hearts when we mess with people and we see the signs, but we don't want to take it. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just mad because I can't find it. And I know I didn't erase it off my IG because I had um uh, it's making me so mad. I ain't gonna lie. So this, but I doubt it. No, no, no. But let's play it. Fuck it. I love her. I've been loving her since I seen her on Class Act. I ain't gonna lie. When she was hella little, I've been loving her ever since. And it's just making me mad because I cannot find it unless they erased it off of here. But like, bro, I saved it to my shit. So I'm not understanding why I can't find it. And that's one of my I ain't gonna lie, that's really one of my favorite sayings. And I can't find it. It's pissing me off. Who is this? Sometimes I'll be forgetting what I'll be saving. That's crazy because I feel the same way, you know what I'm saying, to a certain extent. Um uh when he said that. Like I'm like that with my kids, right? I don't even curse at my kids. I have 4 kids. I don't even really curse at them. I might say like these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, something like that, but I would never call them out the name, but the name that I gave them or the nickname I gave them. Like one day, um, my third child, we had disagreement, right? Like I love animals. And my son has a dog. And he's a boy. So where I work in this building and basically we like security. And we just make sure people who don't live there If the person don't come down and get them, we just make sure they can't sleep in our lobby or whatever. Um, so my son always give me access to his apartment because he stays in an apartment that I work for. I helped him get his place, whatever, you know. And I want to say this right. He has a dog. I have five. He has one of the dog. He has a dog that came out of one of my girls' litter, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because our very first dog had passed away of a heat stroke, and I like, bro, I still cry about it to this day. And I want to say it. When did so he was a boy. His name was Midnight. It was crazy. It's crazy because when his sister, well, it was his sister. His sister is white. You know what I'm saying? White and brown. I call her a light skinned nigga. You feel what I'm saying? So he ended up naming his dog Midnight, which was her brother. And this is my first time ever. You know what I'm saying? Having dogs or whatever. Midnight ended up passing. It fucked me up. I swear to God. Like to this day, it still fucked me up, and it happened years ago. I didn't know dogs don't sweat. You know, like literally we had to go bury him, but it still fucks at his sister. Look at his sister. And though they look exactly alike, but she's just a wall the freaking time. Because my job, we can bring our animals to work. You know what I'm saying? So I used to bring him all the freaking time. Like, and yeah, he passed or whatever. Um And the only reason I knew he died of a heat stroke because I have his sister, and I was dog sitting my oldest son dog. His dog is not don't really, didn't come from my clan. He ended up buying his dog offline. But the dog he had has the same, you know what I'm saying, agnostic background like my other dog. Like he was a Chihuahua, Boston Terrier. Like that's how my dogs are. They Boston Terrier and Chihuahua, right? And so, he ended up sticking her, which was her first litter. And after Midnight had passed, my son picked another dog. And it's crazy because he's picked. I don't understand why he's so big and the other ones are so small. But and though our first dog, he called him Midnight. He got another boy. Now he called him Light. He's white, but he calls him Light. I'm like, bro, you couldn't think of another name to give him? You feel?
What questioning?
About like I said, So I got 4 kids, right? So my last three is out here with me. My oldest is a girl and she stays in Minnesota. I play her music all the time. Shout out to my daughter. I love her to death. Um, but my youngest son, he's so dope on these computers, right? So like literally I want him to I don't want them like when I go to Instagram, I just want the saying. I don't want to see um I don't want to see what everybody has to say it about the saying or whatever, but till I get it together, I we gonna have to watch it. What I was looking for. But it's cool. Let's go. Absolutely right. Hold on. One. Uh, okay. How's everybody? I hope everybody doing good. What's making me mad? I don't see my bubble be moving. So I went live yesterday. It ended up falling asleep on my live. Like I was up for over 30 hours. I didn't go to sleep. After I haven't I at that time I haven't been asleep since Thursday. I went to work Thursday, got off. I had some errands to run, which took a little bit more time. You know what I'm saying? So I never went to sleep. Uh, Not Thursday, Wednesday. And then Thursday when I came to work, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm not usually on Fridays I work with somebody, so I'm like, call my boss like so we supposed to call 6 hours before, you know what I'm saying, before our shift start. But I fuck the 6 hours. I called her at 12. Um 12 in the afternoon, right? And let her know that I wasn't coming in. Period. You know what I'm saying? Cause I knew I worked with somebody. Now, if I had to work by myself, I would have came in. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? I like me and my boss already don't. I don't know about her, but I can't stand the bitch. Let's make this clear. I don't like her. I don't like what she's doing. Um, and like literally, we have been to HR, and I told her, you're not a good manager. And I said it in front of HR instead of saying it in front of just me and her. I want you to know I mean what the fuck I said, and I said what the fuck I meant. You feel what I'm saying? Anyway, so I wouldn't come. I didn't go to work today. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm supposed to be at work right now, but what I love about my job, right, is like when you have sick time. You know what I'm saying? They gave a lot of places give you sick time for that year. If you don't use your sick time or your vacation time, is you can't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't roll over to the next year. Me myself personally, at my job, it rolls over to the next year, right? The only difference is our vacation time, it only goes to 200. Now, you stay at the 200 um on vacation. Now, when you get sick time, it can go on like almost like when I first started there. I started up as an intern. That's what you know. I've been at my job for 8 years, but started off as an intern. At that time, I was staying out here in Washington, maybe a year and a 2 years and a half. You know what I'm saying? When I started working for them, and I started off as an intern. Now, when I started off as an intern, um, oh my God, when I started off as an intern, minimum wage had just went up, right? That's why I moved out here. I moved out here because minimum wage was going to $15 an hour back in 2013, right? That's when I found out. So I moved out here in 2014. In the meantime, between time, I'm a weed smoker. So you know what I'm saying? They was like, we legalize the weed. Woo woo. I'm like, I'm there, you know. Again, at this time I was staying in Minnesota. And I was with my significant other, a bitch ass nigga. Excuse me. I had a cough. It might have sounded like bitch ass nigga, but I had a cough. But in the meantime, between time, I ended up finding out he cheated on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm not dealing with that. The reason I will not deal with that is because I'm not saying I'm better than anybody, but I know my worth. And if you don't like the worth I'm giving you, then you need to move the fuck around. You know what I'm saying? I don't like nobody playing on my heartstrings. Don't play on my shit. Don't play in my face. So I moved around. Move around. And um I've been single since 2015 because I started here in 2016 at my job. So since like 2015, like I want to say the spring to summertime, you know what I'm saying? We broke up, whatever. Now, we moved out here together. We was together for 7.5 years. It is what it is. But in the meantime, between time, you're not gonna play in my face. You know what I'm saying? Like, we moved out here. I was homeless. It is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? I really do like telling my story because even as a child, my childhood wasn't good. It wasn't even close to being nice. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, between time, I had taught myself and other people taught me. You know what I'm saying? You know, being a woman, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. My grandma was there. I love my grandma to death. My oldest child, which is my only girl, she's named after my grandma. But I feel like this, and I always felt like this. My grandma can only do so much. Like your grandma's supposed to be there to be your grandma. You have a mom, but my grandma raised me. You know what I'm saying? She's been raising me ever since I was 4 months. I want to say, and though I moved out, and I moved out in 2003. You know what I'm saying? But for, I still felt like she was raising me until she had passed. And though I didn't stay in her house, like we stayed almost 3 hours away from each other. She stayed on one side of Illinois. I stayed on the other side of Illinois. And what I mean by that is like my grandma stayed by Indiana. It take you 45 minutes to get to Indiana, right? Where I stayed in Rock Island, Illinois. Rock Island takes me 2 seconds to get to Iowa. You know what I'm saying? Davenport, Iowa. So I stayed out there for like 7 years or whatever. Um, my grandma had asked me to move back home. And I told her, just wait till my kids get out of school. Now, I went to go see my grandma. The last time I talked to my grandma was in 2011 for Mother's Day. I went out there to go see my grandma. When I went out there to see my grandma, she asked me to move back to Chicago. So I said, can we just wait till my kids, you know what I'm saying? I wanted my kids to get out of school. And like, she said, okay. I want to say a week after that, my grandma had a stroke. So when my grandma had a stroke, my daughter jumped in action. Like that's like like I said, my daughter has my grandma's name. I can't like literally. I hate. Let me tell you something. I hate my grandma's name. It's so southern. She was born in Mississippi, but she was raised in Alabama. I hate my grandma's name, and I say this all the time. But I respect my grandma so much. I gave my daughter my grandma's name. So when my grandma had a stroke, I think my daughter was staying in Mississippi at this time or something like that. She came back to take care of my granny. Um, so when my grandma passed, she didn't pass until 2011 after Christmas. The day after Christmas, she passed away. We didn't have her funeral until, excuse me, until 2013, January 2013. I don't remember the actual date. I just remember the month. So yeah, so I gave my grandma a kiss or whatever. Like I feel like sometimes I do feel like when my grandma asked me to come home, and I was like, it was Mother's Day is what? What month is Mother's Day? Um, May. And I swear to God, my kids didn't get out until the middle of June, where we was staying at. So I just asked her. I want to say give or take a month. They would have been on spring break. But in the meantime, between time where I stayed at in Rock Island, Illinois, my kids went to school all year round. And what I mean by that is like my kids, they had their summer. I mean, they had you know what I'm saying? The regular Easter, you get the 2 weeks off. Um, Christmas, you get the 2 weeks off. And but a lot of kids get out in May for their spring break, May or June. So, like, literally, I think my kids only had a month off for their spring break. A lot of people have a month or 2 months or 2 months and a half, right? But my kids, like, when my kids got out in June, they was going back to school at the end of July. That's how it was. You know what I'm saying? I liked school. Um, but my grandma asked me to come back, so I just told her to wait. I wanted to wait till my kids got finished with that level of school, and I'll come back home. So I never got to do that because she had a stroke. So I was with my significant other at this time, and then when I found out she passed, like the day after Christmas, right? Of 2011. It's crazy because I was asleep because I had to work. I was a manager at McDonald's, and I was asleep. He answered my. I ain't got a problem with my significant other answering my phone. So he answered my phone, and he woke me up, and all he did was hug me. I didn't like literally. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. He hugged me and whatever. Um, and it's crazy because I think he only met my grandma maybe once or twice, and it was that. I know for a fact the second or the first time was that year when we went to go see my grandma for Mother's Day, and he was just holding me hella tight, and I'm like, bro, it's 2 o'clock. Like I gotta be at work at 4 o'clock in the morning. I at that time I opened the store at McDonald's, whatever. Um, He's like, yeah, your daughter called and told me your grandma passed. Let me tell you something. It fucked me up a little. It fucked me all the way up because I thought my grandma was Superwoman. You know what I'm saying? She always say, talked about her leaving this earth like she been saying it for years. Like, And you know what I'm saying? And though, my grandma I didn't call my grandma. I didn't call her grandma. We call her Big Mom. And I'll be, or everybody else call her Big Mama, but I call her Big Mom. And I'll be like, Big Mom, I ain't trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I used to watch my grandma pray and everything. Like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And to be raised in the church, for me, and raised in the church, I even raised my daughter in the church as a teenage mom. Um, but to find out a lot of churches is not what they're saying and how they act and treat you. Um, I stopped going to church. I think I stopped going to church when I was, what, 17, 18? Um, yeah, my daughter was raised in the church. My last three boys, I got three boys by the same guy. They weren't raised in the church. Like, at that time, before I had my first child my second child at 20, I was gangbanging and shit, selling drugs. I stayed in a group home for like 2 years. My last 2 years of high school. Used to have a curfew. And I talked about this on my live a couple of weeks ago. And last weekend. I stayed in a group home. And I was happy because, like, my group home wasn't far from my daughter. I couldn't find a group home that would take me and my daughter. And it was group homes out there like that in the city of Chicago. I stayed in the suburbs. But we couldn't find nothing. But like long as I stayed close to my daughter, had a curfew. I worked at this time I was working at the VA hospital. That was my third job. No, my second job. Because I had a couple of jobs like back in the day, back in the early 90s, it wasn't hard. Even though you're not old enough to get a job, they had programs that, you know what I'm saying, that would, help you work. Get everything together, you know what I'm saying? Get your life together or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So when I had my child, I had her when I was 13. My very first job, I would never forget it, I was 14 years old, 14 and a half. I was counting death certificates in a big Cook County building on the west side of Chicago. And that was like literally, if a lot of us, if we could go back to stuff like that back in the day, I think we would be good. You know what I'm saying? Like that, after school programs, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I worked there for a minute. And let me tell you something, because I had my daughter when I was young, like I said, had her when I was young. So I used to fall asleep at work, and they never tripped, never. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was these other guys I had befriended. They was older guys, but you know what I'm saying? Like, literally, they had a couch in the back, and they did something totally different in the building. But like, bro, like, they was like, "You tired?" Da, da, da. I get to telling my story. I'm dealing with my daughter, but in the meantime, I'm dealing with my mom, who's hella toxic, and I'm not bringing that energy in my life. You feel me? So I was dealing with a lot at that time. So, um, shout out to my nigga Serpent X, aka Joey. Story time, nigga. I should have started off with that. I love my nigga. I hope he's okay. I've been trying to call him. Um, he's my nigga. We met up in 2022 on here, and we've been friends ever since. He's my dog. Just hope he's okay. I've been calling him, but anyway. Story time, nigga. Shout out to Joey again. Serpent X. Um, I hate when I lose my train of thought because I thought about him because he got me worried because like literally he'll send me a text or something and he hasn't called me or texted me. Like I missed this call a couple of days ago because I was asleep because I had to work. I work overnight, so but I miss him a lot. Um, and it made me just lose my train of thought. But anyway, my mom was hella toxic. I'm not dealing with no shit like that. Not at all. Fuck that shit. I'm not dealing with that. My mom was hella abusive, mentally, physically, and emotionally. I didn't want that to be a part of my life. So it is what it is. Um, hold on, y'all. But it is what it is. I can't, what I'm saying? I can't be mad. It is, that's how she is. Period. I cannot do nothing about that. But in the meantime, between time, I try to make it as best as I could. You know what I'm saying? Being as a mom or whatever. And the reason I brought that up is because I don't know dude name. I don't even watch dude. His name Como or whatever. So my daughter had texted me last weekend and was like, "I need you to go on Como or whatever his name is. He's a famous person who's on the he has a talk show. You know what I'm saying? And I guess he helped counsel. It's like a Maury Povich or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, "Who is this?" Da da da. This what I'm saying to my daughter. And so my daughter was like, "Mom, da 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 da." You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to come on the show. I was like, "For what?" And you know what I'm saying? She was like, "I want you and your mom to repair y'all relationship, right?" I told her no. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, I'm not. I love like you can love your parents from a distance. I love my mom for giving birth to me, giving me air, but I don't respect my mom, not at all. I don't like literally. And I don't have a problem with saying that. My mom's mom raised me. She was there, but she wasn't. If that makes sense. My mom, you know what I'm saying? She was in and out of jail. Um, First of all, and my mom was a big drug dealer in Maywood. Like she was on the news back in the 80s. She ended up getting high. You know how some people that get connected to um they start smoking their own product. Let's put it that way. You feel me? So she ended up smoking her own product. It is what it is. So like um like she was hella. Let me tell you something. I'm the only girl. I got two brothers, but I'm the oldest. So I'm the only girl, just like my daughter. And my mom was horrible to me. Like literally. Um, I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to pass away. Like that's how bad my mom was to me at this time. Like so at this, like how bad my mom was. It was just two of us. It was me and my brother. I got two brothers, but it was just me and my other. I had a brother who's like a year and some change under me, so we grew up together. Um, my brother, my second brother didn't come till the late '80s. He was born '89. So after he was born '89, my daughter, it's crazy. My daughter is 2 years younger than her. I mean, than my brother. Um, and it's crazy. Like, but they grew up together. I made sure I wanted my them to grow up together. And literally everybody think they brother and sister, and or she or my brother has to check and let them know, no, we're not. We're siblings, but I'm not. We're not brother and sister. Um, so the reason I really did this live, right? We're gonna get into it. Um, I was on somebody else's panel yesterday. I was gonna do it live anyway, but I didn't know what I was gonna talk about. But this is good conversation I'm about to have, right? So I went on somebody else's live last night. Now I think when I came into the live, I think that person was on for a while, like 45 minutes or something, even maybe give or take an hour. It is what it is. So you know what I'm saying, like he's all about, black people. You know what I'm saying? We look out for each other. That's my dog. He my dog. You know what I'm saying? He's not. Um. Sometimes I want to say he's in the manosphere, but I don't know. He's not a truck driver. He not in the Mo3 sector. He's not none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I do support outside of the truck sector in the Mo3 sector. You know what I'm saying? Them the places I usually a lot of time be, whatever. So I go hit his link. So I'm looking, you know what I'm saying? Like I got my phone on. I'm on my computer. I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? I thought he, I thought the conversation was for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't understand if it's for everybody to have a conversation. I rocks with you. This is my thing. I have a rent on your page. You blessed me with a rent on your page when you didn't have to do that. He was talking like he's a good content creator. He's amazing. So what he was talking about, I was feeling it. So I wanted to come up there. You know what I'm saying? And let him know how I feel as a woman. You know what I'm saying? And I understand like the manosphere is really supposed to be uplifting each other. Especially the man. Man's supposed to be black man's supposed to be uplifting another black man. It is what it is. I fuck with the manosphere. I don't fuck with certain content creators because I know they boo boo. They still have a childish mind. It is what it is, right? But this particular person who he wrenched me up or whatever, like he be having great content. Now, I go in his live yesterday. And so I went up there and you know what I'm saying? I didn't pay attention to my computer. I was paying attention. No, I paid attention. I'm sorry. I was paying attention to my computer, but I wasn't paying attention to my phone because I had both of them hooked up, whatever. And he was like, "This is just for the men." Da da da. You know what I'm saying? I felt some type of way. And again, hey, this is just my feelings. He wasn't wrong. I'm not saying he was wrong or anything. That's how he felt. But me, myself, personally, I just want to say my part, which he said, you know what I'm saying, is, I just want the man up. No man came up, you know what I'm saying, and he ended his life. Great, let me say this again, great content creator. Love him to death, you know what I'm saying? When I try to catch his live, but sometimes he go live in the morning. I'm just getting off and I come home maybe an hour or two. And I'm just relaxing. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, I might catch him. Sometimes you know what I'm saying, I'm tired and I just want to watch TV a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So hold on. So I felt some type of way when he was like, it's just only the man. But I understand. What killed me is like I understand what he's saying, but my thing is like, if that's how you feel, you know what I'm saying? You gave me. This is my thing, right? Even if it was on my half, maybe people are different, and I totally understand that part. But I was like, I wanted to come up there and speak up on the topic he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was like, it's just for men. I didn't understand that part because, like, you gave me a wrench for a reason. because it's only for men. Ain't nobody coming up here, but I'm coming to support my black men. Tell you how I feel about the situation, but you didn't let me do that because, like, I don't understand what you give. I think a lot of people give people wrenches because they trust them in a certain point to control their panel. But in the meantime, between time, um, uh, to make sure everything goes smooth in they chat when they can't see everything, right? You just don't give everybody a wrench. So I just wanted to come up there and uh speak my shit because I just feel like men can lift up men can lift up men so much, but in the meantime, between time, you can have that woman who can, you know, get them to the finish line, get them to the goal they have to go. Vice versa, even a woman, you know what I'm saying? You find that good man and like it works hand in hand. I don't understand how excuse me. Oh, that's why relationships don't last like they used to. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't because of that situation. If that makes sense to anybody, you know? Um Stop thinking it's just one-sided. Like, bro, y'all gotta look at both sides. You have to look at both sides. It would never work. One side want their way. The only thing, let me tell you something, and I know this for a fact. Growing up, I grew up with boys. Like, all my cousins was boys. I'm the only girl. You feel what I'm saying? Um, my first girl cousin is the same age as my second child. So I grew up with boys. And a real man, all they want is peace when they come home. A lot of women don't understand that. You get what I'm saying? Stop nagging it. I feel like this. Now, if both of y'all working and you know what I'm saying, shit ain't like you just looking out for yourself, you want to do stuff. Yeah, okay, I understand that. But like, say for instance, you're not working, right? You're not working, but in the meantime, between time, you got a boyfriend who's paying all the bills or whatever. You gotta be humble. And what I mean by that, all they be asking, men be just asking for peace. Peace. That's all they want. What are we doing? And then they always say a black woman is angry. Da, da, da. I don't believe in that because, like, but I do understand where a black man is coming from. All they asking for is peace. You know, being having a black woman, and they be all thinking us. You know, we always got an attitude and nothing. No, you do find women like that, but in the meantime, between time, men all they want is peace. When they come home, they don't want that nagging shit, and I don't. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I don't blame them. Nobody want to have to deal with that shit. That shit is crazy, for real, for real. And I always felt that way. So you know what I'm saying? Being parts of the ministry or whatever, I understand, you know what I'm saying? I come there, but in the meantime, if I support you, you the one who gave me a wrench. I never asked one. You gave me a wrench because you trust me to do right by that wrench. I don't have a problem with that. But I hate when men be like, I don't want the women up there. That don't make sense because without a solid ground, men or women, it goes vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. That's my thing. I'm from Chicago, so I'm really used to, your own race. But in the meantime, I get to learning so much stuff, the ethnicities, and learning. I've been learning a lot of different religions, and out here in Washington, I ain't gonna lie, I saw a Samoan woman with an Asian man. It just like I'm not used to seeing stuff like that. I seen a Somalian with an Indian nigga, like India, from India. Like it is hella. I always tell people out here in Washington is hella diverse. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I respect it, but I'm not used to it because I'm from Chicago. The only time you see somebody outside your race coming in your hood is to buy drugs. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I'm used to. If that makes sense. So that's what I'm used to. So I moved. So I moved to Minnesota. I moved to Minnesota after my grandma had passed. I moved there. I moved there in. I want to say I know it was 2012. I moved there, which we was. I was with my significant other. We already had talked about moving to Seattle, Washington. We've been talking about this for years. You feel me? Because we was together for 7 years. Um, but everybody was asking me to move. Like my family members was asking me to move to Minnesota. So I tried it out. Hated the whole 2 years I was there, which I should have never stayed. Sometimes I be feel like I would have been better established if I would just came up here after my grandma had passed and I went to the funeral or whatever. And sometimes I don't like to listen to my second um uh I don't like to listen as a woman, you know what I'm saying? Like instead of doing like I feel like I should have done is just move out here to Washington. I think I would have been set up a little bit better. I end up, you know what I'm saying, staying in Minnesota for 2 years. Um and it's crazy because when my cousin passed away, my cousin, we grew up together. He's like 2 years younger than me. He ended up dying. Him and his wife ended up passing away in a car crash. He was going too fast, and he hit 18-wheeler. Um, and it's crazy because they had a son. They had just left my apartment when I stayed in Minnesota. Um, um, I did when I first moved out there. I stayed with my auntie. Um, but we didn't get along or whatever, so I ended up going to a shelter or whatever. Now, it's crazy because like first time ever being in a shelter when I stayed in Minnesota, right? But in the meantime, between time, you gotta pay where you stay. Like they charged me like over $100 per person. So I was working at God darn it, what was I working? Um when I first started working, when I stayed with my auntie, I was working at Subway. Um, the reason I worked at Subway, like I tell people all the time, I got fat. I don't care what nobody say. I got fast food on my background, so it would never. It's never for me to at that time like to find a job because I was a manager at McDonald's. When I stayed in Rock Island, Illinois, you know what I'm saying. I worked there for years, so it wasn't hard for me to get a job. I mean, even like my daughter even worked at the same. I helped my daughter get a job at McDonald's at that time. She had her own place and everything, like, and that's what she was. how old was Bucky? Like I know she was like 19 or 20 when she got her own apartment, but we worked together. I was a manager. And let me tell you something. I to this day I will still work. I don't know about my boys. I'll be had to kill them, but like my daughter is not hard to work with her. You know what I'm saying? She's hella dope and she a people person. I love my other boys, but they're not people. Let me take that back. My youngest son is, but the other two, they're not. Uh, they ain't with that shit. But it is what it is. You know, I love my kids though. Like my my third child. Ever since he was a kid, since he was little. I told him you might as well start trying to, work up to getting your own business. I already knew he's not good with working with a group. He's he's way better working by himself. And a lot of jobs ain't like that no more. You know what I'm saying? So um and I've been like I told him, I've been telling you this ever since you was a baby. I ain't gonna lie, like literally, he's 21 now, but literally, I've been telling him, you're not a people. My son is not a people person. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. He's respectful, but he's still not a people person. You know what I'm saying? Like he can't work in like a McDonald's setting. It's just not for him. I don't know why, but I know he's just not. I always ever since he was a kid, I always told him that. Like, bro, you would never be able to work with. And what I then told him has became right. Came right. Um but in the meantime I still try to lift up my baby. Regardless of him not having, you know what I'm saying? Like my two oldest kids, they have jobs. Like I said, my girl is my oldest. She stay in Minnesota and like I'm proud of her. She has three kids and she's been married for I think June 30th is her and her husband's anniversary. Um, and I think they've been together for 8 years, 8 or 9 years at the time. They was together for maybe a year before they got married, whatever. So one day, I want to say what this back in 2023, I had my daughter on my podcast. Usually, my daughter get on here a lot with me, but she's mad at me, so she's not gonna get on here right now. But it's cool. She can be mad. Um, and I already knew like me raising my daughter in the church. She always wanted to be an ordained minister. She always said that ever since she was a kid. And like I said, I had did a podcast with my daughter back in 2003. I mean 2023, and she's like, Mom, I'm an ordained minister. I never knew that. You feel me? I never knew that. And like I said, I raised my daughter in the church, but um, I want to say, like, literally, I mean, like, if I could change me not having a child so young, I would. But I tried I felt my best as a mom. You know what I'm saying? I went to school, like, I didn't lack on school. I graduated on time, the year I was supposed to graduate it. Um, but in the meantime, between time, I was always there for my daughter. Even though I stayed in a group home, I had to stay in a group home. Like I couldn't stay. I feel like I'm not staying nowhere where I'm not wanted. Period. Again, I think I already talked about this. Like my auntie, you know what I'm saying, talked about me like a dog. I'm not. I don't need to stay there. You know what I'm saying? Um, I just feel like you don't like me, whatever. Rest in peace to her. She passed away. But like it kind of babbled me, you know what I'm saying? Because like my auntie and my uncle, they was so before she passed, they was together for 41 years before she passed. And she had three boys who I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Um, my oldest cousin, we're 3 months apart. You know, he was born in 77. I was born in 78. But in the meantime, she always wanted a girl. She never had one. So she treated me like her daughter when I was growing up. Um, my mom and her was sisters. So she, you know, like she knew what my mom was putting me through. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody looked out for me. You get what I'm saying? Like, and don't get me wrong, I love my granny. I love my granny. But in the meantime, I just feel like uh, I would never blame my grandma, for what I went through. But, uh, when when my mom was pregnant, with my brother, my youngest brother, who's 2 years younger, um, than my daughter, right? I mean, two years older than my daughter, and like literally, I raised him. You know what I'm saying? I raised him ever since he was born. Um, so I raised him. I started raising my brother when I was 11. So when I had my daughter, it was easy. It was really easy. Um, and it's crazy, and I don't have a problem with saying this, but I ended up having my child because, like, nobody was there for me. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was there for me. But in the meantime, between time, now I have a responsibility to make sure this little one be the best she can be. You know what I'm saying? When I had her. So it wasn't hard because I was already going to church. Um, it wasn't hard for me to, start taking her to church. And I stopped taking her to church. I think she started going by herself, but I stopped taking her to church because like I didn't know how bad, you know what I'm saying, people in the church criticize you. You get what I'm saying? And they don't care. Like, I felt like they didn't care about my situation when I had my daughter. You know what I'm saying? I knew they was talking about me behind my back. Uh, but I didn't care to a certain extent because, like, I still have to raise her, you know, by myself. So, I mean, not by myself, with me and my granny. Again, my grandma, she worked at the post office. She worked like hella. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, you know what I'm saying? My grandma did her job regardless of anything. My grandma did her job. She raised her kids. And you know what I'm saying? If they do fall off the bandwagon, it is what it is. You feel me? Um, when she fell off, but my grandma was there for me. She took me to hella places growing up. Like, just not me, the whole family. You know what I'm saying? Um, so growing up, I already knew that I was not like I was born in Chicago. I didn't want to die in Chicago, if that makes sense. I was just telling my daughter, like, bro, don't bury me. If y'all don't cremate me and keep that money for yourself, like literally, I have a retirement fund and everything right now. So if y'all like literally, I saw one of my coworkers, their wife had passed, right? Um, and when she passed, he got her cremated. But in the meantime, between time, he got these dope ass rings with the ashes in there, and it glows. I thought that I ain't gonna lie, I thought that was dope as hell. Um, but that's like it was crazy because my daughter and her husband had a child. They got two kids together, but before the two kids, they had another child together, and that baby ended up passing or whatever. So she got the ashes and she put them in necklaces. But to see his ring, like literally, it glows and you can see the ashes. I was like, that's dope as heck. Um, but that's what I told my kids. Like, bro, don't spin that bullet. And she was like, I'm gonna bury you. So like I told my daughter, which I am going finna do is get me a will. So I just want my wishes done. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be buried. You might can sprinkle my ashes to a certain extent, but I don't want to be buried. That's too much money. Just burn my motherfucking body, and all four of y'all just, you know what I'm saying? Split up the money. That's all I care for. But again, I ain't gonna lie, I felt some type of way when my guy was like, it's only for men. Like, I don't understand why you give women wrenches. And I'm not saying, like we agree on so much stuff. Why wouldn't you let me, you know what I'm saying, like come up there and say my piece? Um, and I totally understand you trying to look out for the black man. I understand all of that, but some of us women are doing the same thing you're doing. You feel me? Every woman ain't the same. So I don't know. It is what it is. Um, again, I'm not mad, but I just felt some type of way because I'm like, bro, I thought, again, don't give me no wrench if I can't hit your panel once in a while. I don't give a care what you're talking about. I don't care about if it's 50 men on your panel. Like, bro, let me in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to hear where I'm coming from as a black woman about a black man. You know what I'm saying? I would never bash a black man. So for you not to let me speak my piece and you like it's only for men, then like I don't understand why I give like I take the wrench serious. Um to a certain extent. I'm not good with the wrench. So that's why I say I take it serious. I don't like somebody had to teach me how to flag and I'm still not good at flagging. I think I flagged somebody one time that was back in 2023 because he took my content off another page and put it on tag. I mean, he took my content off a tag and he put it on YouTube. And then I end up finding out through the little circle, you know what I'm saying, that I was fucking with at that time that they end up going over there and um he- um and he, you know what I'm saying, use my content, whatever. That's the only time I ever experienced being flagged. So yeah. Excuse me. Oh, I sound like a dude when I say yeah. What the fuck? Um, ooh. What time is it? So yeah, I'm gonna stop it at this 2 hour mark. I got 7 hours left. I mean 7 minutes left. But yeah, so my daughter wanted me to get on this stupid ass show. I mean, I told her I didn't want to get on. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Again, this was just last week. She wanted me to go on there because me and my mom don't get along. And my thing is, she was like, "You're stubborn." I don't care. Um, and when she called me stubborn, it didn't make me no mind because I am. I'm not gonna lie. I'm stubborn to a certain extent. Like my mom has never been there for me. So like when I had moved out here back in 2014, my mom wanted to move out here to try to make our relationship better. Now, when I first moved out here, we haven't talked in 3 years. I moved out here in 2014. We ain't talked in 3 years, whatever. So she ended up moving out here. But in the meantime, between time, I knew me and my mom. I don't care. I know we cannot stay in the same spot. You feel me? So she ended up getting her own apartment, whatever, you know. Um, and it just, oh my god, I hate this. Um, my my mom wanted to, you know, try to fix the relationship, which I just feel like you can. I would never be able to fix a broken relationship, because it's been broken all these years ever since I was a kid, right? So my daughter wanted me to go on a talk show, and I was like, no. Um, she was like, she was just mad. My thing is, I don't have a problem with telling my story because I like to tell my story, regardless how bad it is, how fucked up it is. I love telling my story. Um, and the reason is because being out here made me a better person. Feel me? It is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like none of us is better than each other. But, oh, excuse me. It is what it is. Yeah. I know. I think I'm gonna try to upload. I'm cooking gumbo tomorrow. Gumbo and greens. That's what I'm cooking tomorrow. So, yeah. Huh? I'm sorry. I wasn't even paying attention to the chat because usually I don't have nobody in here, so I really don't pay attention to the chat. Um, I'm sorry if you might be gone, Brenda, but you said where was that? I'm not understanding that part. Um, but yeah, and a lot of time I'm just not saying I'm the best mom ever, but I am proud of myself for raising a being a teenage mom, and you know what I'm saying. She's married to somebody who's very compatible to her. Me myself personally, like I told her and her husband, I never thought two of the same zodiac signs would ever be able to uh coexist. And they really taught me something totally different. So shout out to both of them. But for real, for real. I never thought the same zodiac sign can get be the same. Huh? Where you could? What you mean couldn't hit the link? I'm sorry. Hold on, hold on. I'm sorry. Let me put this up here. I had to erase my other live. I ended up it's crazy. I ended up falling asleep. I was up for like 32 hours at that time. Um, I went to work uh yesterday, and I was supposed to be at work today. I'm like, I'm not going to work. So we supposed to call 6 hours ahead of time. Um, to let them know we wasn't coming to. I'm not coming to work. I called her a whole 9 hours early. To let her know I wasn't coming to work. Then she was like, so I work with somebody on this particular day. Um, like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday mornings, I work by myself. So I work with the same person, you know what I'm saying? And like literally, I just feel like I'm trying not to. I'm not a mean person, but I'm trying not to get mad because like I don't like what people. I don't care what nobody say. I don't like when people owe me money. Because I'm always like when I borrow money, I pay it when I say I'm in. Oh, yeah, that was like it was today. Like he's in a manosphere. Um he be over here sometimes. I just felt some type of way because like I love my black men. Like I understand he's trying to lift up the black man or whatever, but a lot of time we can help. I don't understand why give somebody a wrench if you don't I'm saying don't want them to hit. I didn't get it. And he was like he was waiting up for a man to hit the link. Now when I went into his live, I didn't know that he only wanted men to hit his link. Because usually I'm always over there. I hit the link, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't know at that time, Brenda, that he didn't want women to hit this link. And it just babbled me because I'm like, shit, we here for y'all too. Um, we here to like I don't understand that. Yeah, y'all might have some toxic females, but like we here to uplift y'all as well. That's me. That's how I feel about the whole situation. I got 3 black men. I'm grown. Like literally, like I tell my youngest is 18 and my oldest is 33. Um, and again, I had my daughter when I was 13. So my daughter I had when I was 13. I ain't have my next child until I was 20 years old. Oh, underrated darkness. I don't have a problem with saying his name. Certain people I will not claim the fame on here because I do. I feel like I am beefing with somebody, but it's not in this sector. It's in the trucker sector. Um, but you know what I'm saying. I think I think underrated darkness. I think he's a dope ass content creator. He's from New York. Um, I met him off another channel. His name I don't know if you know this person. Brenda. His name She Stay Sleep. Like I've been supporting him. I want to say since 2000. I've been She Stay Sleep. I think I've been supporting him. Uh, I want to say 2000, almost to the end of 2021 to the 2022. I've been supporting Sheep Stay Sleep and Underrated. That's how I met him. Um, but in the meantime, I couldn't find his channel. Never could find his channel to support him. Now, uh, when I come into other people links or whatever, I go by my government. That's my government name, Letitia McGee. It's spelled exactly the same. The only reason I did it that way because like I end up learning before I even came to the Mo3 sector, before I even did all of that, before I even came to the trucker sector. I knew like a lot of people was talking about like doxing. And you know what I'm saying? I grew with the guys. But I always use. I feel like I'm always gonna use my name. If you gonna do something, like you just do it. And like I ain't gonna lie, Brenda, I would love for you to meet my friend. His name is Joey. His name is Serpent X. We've been friends since 2022 on here. Brenda, I promise you, I would love for you to meet him. He's dope as hell, right? Um, I try to, and he's a black boy. He's black, and he's a young boy. He's really young. He's the same age as my oldest son. They're exactly the same age, born the same year, whatever. But like, he's an amazing boy. I mean, I'm not saying like my kids ain't amazing or whatever, but like he loved to talk about his story just like I do. You know, his mom used to be a prostitute. He's the only kid or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He don't have kids, and I think it's dope. Like the boy is so my oldest boy is 26, right? And he's 26. He stays in Ohio. We met, and it's crazy. We met off somebody else's channel. Yep, he used to be over there. You're absolutely right. He used to be over there. But um, I didn't meet him on Auntie's channel. I met him off a different person channel I used to support really. You know what I'm saying? I supported this person hella hard, and we end up getting into it. And the person I got into it babbles me. It still kind of babbles me. A little bit. The person who I used to support, who I met, Serpent X off of. Like literally, she the one who like literally was like, you need to start your own page. You need to tell your story. You know what I'm saying? Like without her, and though I don't mess with her no more, I'm never going to downgrade another black female. Period. Um, and without her, I would have never started my page back in 2022. I don't work that hard on it because like I work a lot. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But again, I would never take that away from her. And though I don't fuck with her no more, I would never do that. Um, we was cool as hell. I supported her. We supported each other after, you know what I'm saying? After I started my own page or whatever, I see her around. Certain, I know I see her in the beef sector a lot, but you know what I'm saying? We don't speak or nothing. I haven't spoke to her since 2000. I think 2000 January 2023. We haven't spoke. But you know, it is what it is. But again, without her, I would have never started did my own page. Um, uh, she a dope ass content creator. But I just, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm learning. I had to learn a little bit on these streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh, her and another person. I used to. I don't mess with this particular person either, but um, it's crazy because this girl, both of the girls are from the East Coast. Um, I think one was from New York and the other one was from New Jersey. I used to mess with both of them. They end up getting into it. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, I just wanted to be neutral to a certain extent. But in the meantime, like the other girl, I was like, we was all on a certain on. We was on. Let's say this. So the girl who stayed in New Jersey, we was on her panel. We was on her panel. I had a. I ain't gonna lie. Back in 2000, I want to say December. No, this happened in December of 2022. I had a camera slip. It is what it is. Had a camera slip. I was doing some. I wasn't even doing nothing at that point of that time. Like I was being a bad girl. I had company. I had a different computer, and we was having a good conversation at that particular time. And the computer I had, it didn't have like you got shutters on your computers now. So I was trying to press mute and end up pressing camera by mistake. Um, because my computer was very small, so I had a camera slip. So it was crazy because I had went to work that next day, and I was working swing shift, so I worked by myself a lot of times. And back then, you know what I'm saying? I get to work or whatever, and she's playing my camera slip. I didn't care about the camera slip. It is what it is. I'm built for this shit. Absolutely. I agree. You know what I'm saying? But so she was playing my camera slip. I had just got to work. Um and I had got on the panel or whatever, you know. She played the camera slip I had. But I wasn't mad about that. So she got mad because like the other person who the New York girl, I was closer to the New York girl than the Jersey girl, if that makes sense. And so the New York girl was feeling some type of way about her kept playing the camera slip, which I didn't have a problem with it because I was already built. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, I already knew what was gonna come after the camera slip. Um, and I was fine with it. Now the girl from New Jersey, um, we was on, like I said, we was on her live. And this is the trucking sector, Brenda. You know what I'm saying? This was the trucking sector. I met her off of back in so when the trucker sector when I used to fuck with the trucker sector, Trickio didn't have a channel. Trickio used to come on other people like they went into shifts. So when they went into shifts, I was in every shift. Like somebody worked in the early in the morning was Ghost Town, and he might stay on maybe an hour or two. Then it was I don't know if you saw Gina. Gina used to do maybe 8 hours. After Gina, it was his name Checkmate. After Checkmate, it was Sip Mississippi. Mississippi was the last person. They went into shift, so I was dedicated to the trucker sector before I even knew what the Mo 3 sector was, right? So I was over there all the time. Um, the girl from Jersey is crazy because I got her. Somebody shared her out in the manosphere. I ended up getting her. When I get her, that's how I ended up in the trucker sector. You feel what I'm saying? I ended up in the trucker sector in June of 2022. So I've been with them ever since. But anyway, I ended up meeting, some trucker girls. We end up, what I'm saying, like only really one of them, only one of the girls, I still like really, we don't talk outside of the app. But this a particular girl, we used to talk outside of the app or whatever. But she felt some way because of the old girl kept playing my camera slip. I didn't have a problem with it. I didn't care nothing about it because it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? The reason me and the other girl, the Jersey girl, got into it because she got mad because the girl called her a bitch. Not that I called her one. Not that I called her one. But the other girl called her a bitch. The New York one called her a bitch. Or because it was on my panel. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, she was getting into it with another trucker girl on there. And they was getting into it. And I didn't see, like, I supported all the trucker girls who came on, on those panels. And yeah, so she stopped fucking. She felt some type of way. She was like, "You gonna let her call me a bitch?" I'm like, "You can rock out." I always tell people you can rock out with your cock out up in here. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a problem with it, but how I felt is like it was this girl. She was getting into it with it was another trucker girl. We was getting into it on New Jersey. They was getting into it on New Jersey's girl panel. Her and this other girl, they was getting into it. And because she messed with the other girl, it didn't make no sense because like I've been messing with old girl for almost a year. This particular girl who got into it with the New York girl, I never see her in the chat. Never seen her in the chat because I was there. And she don't go live a lot. She went live only maybe 2 or 3 times out the week. Never seen her in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Never, none of that. You know what I'm saying? She get to be in the chat with my camera slip. So, again, the New York girl had a problem with it. I didn't have, like I said, I didn't have a problem with it. But I told her, you could go on, if you feeling that way, because she was trying to express her feelings on old girl chat on her panel, and she kept, you know what I'm saying, telling her to be quiet. When she was into it with the other girl, she never told the other girl, like, I don't like people like that. If you gonna tell me to be quiet, you make sure that other girl be quiet, because technically she was the one who started it. You feel me? But because she been messing with her way longer, you feel me? She kept like muting my girl from New York's chat, kept muting her mic. So I was like, she's not gonna let you say what you want to say. You can come on my channel. And I told her, rock out with your cock out. I ain't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, she got her own channel. Her channel is amazing. It's blowing up. Like literally, she do a lot of shorts. But because I don't mess with a person, that don't mean I don't have to, I'm not gonna show you love, whatever, so let her come on there, because old girl from Jersey wouldn't let her get her shit off on her panel. So she called the Jersey girl a bitch. That's like, not that she ugly, dirty or nothing. She just said, you bitch. That's all she said. Only one time. And she, you know what I'm saying, she made a big deal about it. So I haven't, I haven't fucked with her. I want to say the middle of 2003. No. The beginning, January of 2023. That's when I started messing with her. And then me and old girl really got close. And then we got into it because It's crazy, Brenda. Listen, we got into it because of Sip. Now, I've been knowing Sip way longer than I've been knowing old girl, regardless of anything. Sip always used to come on, come over here and support me. So one day, this was last year. Um, it was me, Sip, and this girl named Spider. I've been knowing her since 2022 too, as well, before I knew old girl. So we still keep in touch once in a while. She's a trucker. Hopefully we gonna meet up this year, or if we can't meet up this year, we gonna meet up next year. Me, her, and Joey, Serpent X. So we on the panel. I mean, we just cracking jokes, having a good time. Now, the girl from New York who I stayed friends with, her and Sip had something going. Sip liked her when she started coming to the trucker sector. She didn't know it was a trucker sector or nothing like that. So she's older than me. She's not a young one. She was older. And she's a beautiful woman. Brenda, she's like you, beautiful as hell. So Sip, wanted to holler at her, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like he told the truth. He always told the truth. That's why I always say when old girl said what she said, I don't believe that. I've been knowing Sip since, like, I don't know him, and like I said, in person, I don't know him, but on this app, as much as we used to kick it on, like I said, they did shifts, so all of us was in them shifts. You feel me? She sent him a picture, right? She sent him a picture before they met. They ended up meeting. They had a load. She's a trucker as well. So she had a load. This was back in 2023, the beginning of 2023. Had a load. They met. What she told me, they met at a restaurant or a truck stop or whatever. And she said when she met him, like a lot of people talk shit on this app. And I ain't saying he's not about what he was saying, but like, she was like, he barely talked. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was unattractive to her. In the meantime, between time, she sent him a picture with some thongs on. Like, it's not like she was butt ass naked. She had some thongs on. She had on a t-shirt. And she was like, posed to the sides. Like, and so he ended up sending it to a lot of people. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if you remember when I was on your live that day, and they said somebody else had came up on old girl's panel. I don't know who she is. Again, I don't know who Nurse K is. I don't know who she is, but I remember them saying Kobe. Now Kobe, I like Kobe. He's a white boy. The motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. The motherfucker is smart as hell. I hate to meet. I feel like I'm on iRobot. I hate to meet a smart dumb motherfucker. Now Kobe is smart as fuck. Smart than a motherfucker. But he dumb when it comes down to him. Everybody say they a man. So Sip ended up giving Kobe the picture of old girl from New York. Like I said, she wasn't naked or nothing. She sent me the picture. And I said, why are you mad? Like, you bomb as fuck. Like, she don't got no stomach or nothing. She got a big booty. So her having the thongs, if you going to the side, Brenda, you're going to see ass. You're not going to see the thong. Let's make this clear. And like when she sent me the picture, why are you mad? Now, the reason I told her that is because she knew about my camera slip. Like, we was all on the panel together when I had my camera slip. And that shit happened back in December of 2022. I wasn't mad about it. Like, and not like I told her when she sent me the picture, why are you mad? It's not like it's not like you looking bad or nothing. Why are you mad? She was mad because Kobe ended up giving her picture out. He ended up giving it. Kobe and Sip was like two peas in a pod. Let's make this clear. Since they're not, I don't like, because y'all not messing with each other no more. You want to say, yeah, I think you going on somebody else's panel. Yeah, I think he did do that to her. Now, what pissed me off about that is because back in the day, nobody wanted to mess with Kobe in the trucker sector, right? Sip was the only person who will fuck with him on his channel or whatever at a point in time. So that's when I ended up learning about the doxing and stuff. Like Kobe has this other guy, and I would not say his name. I don't care for him. Kobe used to mess with this other guy. Like they would like, if you laugh, he would dox you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not giving him the gratitude saying his name, but everybody know in the trucker sector who I'm talking about. It is what it is. So that's where I learned the doxing from Kobe and them. Like they will dox your pants and your shoes off back in the day. That's where I learned the doxing from, because they was doing it in the trucker sector. Period. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, I'd rather for the to be truthful on here, because I felt like a lot of people swept it down. They was truthful, but then you end up catching them in lies. Like, so I was like, fuck that. You gonna deal with me being who I am, or don't fuck with me at all. That's me. You know what I'm saying? Like even at work, they be telling me I'm too blunt. I don't be trying to come off like I'm too blunt. But in the meantime, like I don't want nobody to play in my face either, if that makes sense. I don't never want nobody to play in my face, because I wouldn't want to play in nobody else's face. But in the meantime, like I thought that was kind of silly for a motherfucker don't fuck with me because I rock with another person who calls you one bitch on my panel. And what's so crazy about it, my youngest son, he be having these badass fainting spells, right? So the ambulance knocked on my door, told me he was over his friend's house. I already had clothes on. I goes to go see what's going on with my son. And I let the girl from New York, because she was mad. She was mad just not about the my camera slip, but she got into it with another girl. So I let them know what was going on. I got to go out here. So I didn't even know she called her a bitch. I did not even know she called her a bitch. But so, since she called her a bitch, she felt some type of way. And I ain't mad about it. Now, why me and the girl from New York is not friends no more, because of Sip giving out her picture, right? Didn't know nothing about it. Because I ended up getting into it with somebody in the trucker sector, and it's crazy because I don't know what had happened, but Cam talked too much, end up coming in my algorithm. That's how I end up in the Mo3 sector back in 2000 December of 2023. And I was rocking with the Mo3 sector. You know what I'm saying? I was over there like constantly. Before I even knew who Mahaya was, Broadway, I was over there, and he ended up coming in my algorithm. That's how I started messing with the Mo 3 sector. Now, when I was messing with the Mo 3 sector, that's when this picture had ended up coming out. And again, like I said, Kobe the one who brought it out. Miss Sip gave the picture to Kobe. Kobe ended up giving it to a hell of people. And she felt some type of way. Now, and though they had their problem, I didn't have a problem with Sip. So he ended up on my panel, I want to say back in November of last year, of 2024. So we ended up getting into it because she was like, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, because y'all have a problem. That don't have nothing to do with me. We wasn't discussing her or nothing like that. We was just having a good time, me, him, and Spider. We was just having a good time on my panel. So she ended up calling me. I was just getting off of work because I work overnight. And she, you know, she was like, well, I'm not gonna come and support you when you got Sip on your page. Now, okay. I'm not mad at her because she said that I'm not gonna support you. But my thing was, like I told her, you and his beef don't have nothing to do with me. Now, this beef they had, I was already in the Mo 3 sector at this time. Now, I didn't embed it into the Mo 3 sector. And then the people in the trucker sectors, you know what I'm saying? They end up not going live like they used to, like in shifts like they used to. That's how I end up in the Mo 3 sector. But in the meantime, I didn't even know they met up. You know, they met up at a truck stop. They went out, you know, ate in. She was like, she didn't, not that she didn't like him, but she was like, he don't have conversation. He don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I totally understand what she was talking about. But since she said that to him, that's when the picture came out. He didn't like her, uh, uh, he didn't like her not agreeing with him or whatever. So that's how Kobe ended up getting the picture. Like Kobe and Sip was like they was tight as glue on this motherfucker. Let's not, you know what I'm saying? Let's make this clear. Like they was two peas in a pod on this bitch together. You know what I'm saying? So for a person to sit there because y'all not fucking with each other no more and say, yeah, I believe he is a woman, he's lying. Kobe is lying. Kobe just mad because they're not friends no more. And it was so crazy about it. I didn't even know they wasn't friends no more. And I think that's some bullshit. That's some childish ass bullshit. Like I said, and I had expressed this on my channel before. Because y'all don't fuck with each other no more. You gonna lie and you like literally again. I don't fuck with old girl from Jersey. I don't fuck with old girl from New York no more. The girl from Jersey, she the one who inspired me to get my own channel, to do my own channel back in 2022. And though I don't fuck with her no more, right? That don't mean I have to be malicious or, you know, downgrade somebody else or downgrade her because, you know what I'm saying, she don't want to fuck with me because of somebody else that was on. She got mad at me because I let the girl call her a bitch. Like, I didn't get that part. I just feel like everybody's grown. You mad at me? Not that I called you one, because somebody on my panel called you one. You know what I'm saying? Like, to this day, I'm still babbled about that. But it is what it is. And that's why I get mad sometimes when I'm on here and I hear people drop them down. Like, if you don't feel what they're saying, a lot of people be having their own pages on here. Go on your own page and talk your shit and swallow your spit if that person won't let you on there. I don't get that part. Never got that part. But you want to take it out on the content. The person who holding the channel. You want to be mad at them, but I don't get it. I never got it. Like, that's how they run their page. And because you rock with that person, you expect them to do. I don't get it. I rock with people too, but I don't expect nobody to handle my battles or drop. Like, I'm gonna tell somebody, drop them down. No, I'm not doing none of that. Me myself personally, I'm gonna remove myself. Period. If I'm not feeling it, what I'm going? Come on now. I'm not feeling it at all. So why engage? I would never engage. It is what it is. And I don't have a problem with saying that. Now, if I did engage in some messy stuff, which I don't, I, like, literally, I don't have a problem with admitting it. Yeah, I fucked up. Woo. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, literally, I was yesterday when I went to work. Not yesterday. What's today? Saturday, Friday, Thursday when I went to work because I work overnight. I was contemplating on confronting the person who I was relieving because you put me in some shit I didn't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? Like, she gets skulked because she did something wrong. I wasn't even there. I didn't relieve her. I guess this happened on a Monday. I don't come in until Monday night or something like that. And then she put my name in it. I'm like, why she put my name in it? Like, it fucked me up a little bit because I have a son that lives in the building I work at, right? We have a front desk. We have our own door, right? So I call it the penitentiary door. That motherfucker is heavy as fuck. Like, you slam it, you feel like I hear it. I ain't never been in jail. I've been in a holding cell one time when I was 20. That was it. But what I watch a lot of jail shows or whatever. So when you hear how them bars lock up, that's how it sounds like the door, right? So girl lied on me, and you know what I'm saying. The person who told me, we've been working together way before this girl came. So she know my kids. I know her kids, whatever, you know. And so when she told me that, you know what I'm saying, they end up catching her doing something she ain't supposed to be doing. Now, it wasn't nothing bad, but you know what I'm saying, like, literally it can get you fired to a certain extent. Um, so when our coworkers had told her that it wasn't cool what she did, right? And then she brings me up. I'm like, what am I? What? What are we doing? I'm like, I didn't understand it. So when I came in Thursday, before I came in Thursday, I had to contemplate. Like, last time we had a problem, we was in a meeting, and you know what I'm saying, she was talking shit. So, like, literally, like, it had kind of made me mad because, like, bro, if you have a problem with me, I don't have a problem with taking criticism. I don't have a problem with that. But don't talk around me. Now you playing in my face, bro. Don't talk around me. So we end up having a meeting. We supposed to have one once a month, but we had one back in November of last year. And I asked her, like, I mean, do anybody, so the assistant to the manager, she was like, does anybody have anything, you know what I'm saying, to talk about or want to get off their chest or anything? So everybody was quiet. You know what I'm saying? So I asked her, I was like, you know what I'm saying? I said her name, da 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 da. You need to get something off your chest. She was like, nah, I don't need to get nothing off my chest. And it kind of, like I said, it babbled me because, like, bro, I didn't understand why you have a problem with me. And what's so crazy about it, so when we went through the pandemic, I worked through that whole pandemic, right? But a lot of people didn't want to work, so we short staffed. They end up us, the security guard. She was one of the security guards, so my boss was trying to give her a permanent job back in, you know what I'm saying? Which was understandable. It is what it is. Now, let's fast forward to 2024 when she got hired. So she had a problem with me, and like what kills me is like I don't have problems with nobody. I don't argue with. I don't sit here and argue with nobody. I'm not going to sit here and talk. I might talk shit, but I'm not. I'm not like fuck you. I don't do none of that. But like I'll talk my shit and swallow my spit. It is what it is. But in the meantime, between time, I don't see myself. You know what I'm saying? Like literally. Um. Uh. Really going off on somebody like that. You know. So I was contemplating on if I was going to, because the person who told me I was going to confront her. I was going to confront the girl who, not the girl who told me, but I was going to confront my coworker Thursday when I came in. So I was contemplating if I was going to say something, and a lot of them, a lot of my coworkers say I'm too bold, but I mean, I don't know, I don't understand. I'm being too bold. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get that part. But it is what it is. But I'm supposed to work with her tonight. I didn't feel like working with her ass tonight. And I almost got 300 hours of sick pay. I don't give a fuck. Plus, I was tired. I haven't been asleep at that time. Again, I had did a live yesterday. I deleted it. I did not know I was even on live. I swear to God, that's how tired I was. I was tired as hell and didn't even know I was on live. I just cut it off and deleted that live because I don't know what the freak happened. But yeah. So it's where I'm at is 6. How long have I been on here? 2 hours. It's 6:25, and I'm gonna make a big ass thing of gumbo tonight. I can't wait. I was gonna make it tomorrow, but I'm gonna make it today, and I think I'm gonna do a short on it. I'm gonna do a couple of shorts on it. How I do gumbo. So yeah, I don't really do shorts, but I wanna start doing them. Back in the day, a lot of people said do some shorts, do some shorts. And they was asking me, "Why don't you do some shorts on your dogs or whatever?" Because I got 5 little babies, they little dogs. They're my dogs though, for real. Um, but everybody was like, "Why don't you, do some stuff about your dog?" The the person who inspired me to do my channel as well. You know what I'm saying? But again, because I don't fuck with that person no more, I don't have to put them down. For what? And what am I getting out of it? I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, I was rocking with you back then. This is just me. I was rocking with you back then. I'm not mad at you because you don't fuck with somebody else. But I don't know. It's just like people want you to be loyal, but they're not loyal. Period. They're not even loyal. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still babbling about that part. It is what it is. But what time is it? 6:27. I'm gonna get off of here. I'm sleepy. Shut up. Soon as I get in touch with my nigga Joey, we will be on tonight, this afternoon or tonight, my nigga. I support everybody. I thank y'all for being here. I'm gonna lay my ass right back down. Shut up. I'm gonna lay back down for a couple of hours. Then I gotta go grocery shopping and get the rest of my stuff. I'm gonna make this uh I'm gonna make this crab boil. Crab oil. Make this gumbo, and then I'm gonna buy my dog some salmon and cook it up for him and put it with some rice. Sometimes they eat better than I do. You feel me? It is what it is. I bought my dogs. My dogs have a water fountain. I clean it out once a week, but they have their own water fountain to keep their water cold. They ain't got one of them bullshit that you just put water in there and hopefully they no. And I don't mind cleaning it out, but long as the water stay cold. And again, I bought that when after my first when Midnight had passed away, when he had died of a heat stroke. I ended up just looking and I ended up finding some water fountains for dogs. So like I think it was like 99 degrees at that time when he had passed. And he has a lot of fur, so um ended up finding out he had passed from heat stroke in the house. So it bothered me back then, you know what I'm saying? And then yeah. I'll holler at y'all. Let me get off here. Y'all gonna make me cry when I think about him. Have a good one, everybody.